everybody, it's Mia Moore, and today I'm going to talk about the 8 things that I have learned by being an expat living in South Korea for 2 years, okay? First thing that I've learned that I really did not pay attention to before I got over here is image. And after living here, I've accepted, let's say that, I've accepted the fact that image is important. Whatever you display visually out to the world, that is important. I used to not value any of that. I thought that, you know, who you are as a person, your character is the most important thing. And I still believe that. However, we communicate a lot visually. And I didn't want to accept it for my whole life. But I do consider it to be important. Now, again, don't get me wrong. It's not the most important thing, but it is a factor in everyday life, and it does matter. Back in high school, and I'm sure still now, there's a lot of rumors and stereotypes that Asians always get the best grades. And it's true, and I've learned firsthand, especially Koreans, because all they do is study. Their lifestyle is work. Their lifestyle is school. And so that's why they reap the type of grades that they earn, because they put in all these hours and all this effort and this money to go to these hagwons, and that's why they get the good grades. So in hindsight, I'm now aware that all the reasons why the Koreans in high school got the best grades is because they were studying nonstop while we were on teams and traveling. And I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but it has answered that question for me. Just coming over here in the first place, I learned that always following your gut feeling, your soul deep feeling will always lead you to very transformative lessons. I would not be the person that I am today without coming to Korea. I just would not have, and even just spending 1 year. If I would have spent 1 year here, I still wouldn't have been the person that I am today. So following that gut instinct and saying, you know what, I need to change, I need to go somewhere, it led me to where I am today, and it led me to a better me. Accepting who you are is essential in life, okay? And I believe it's the foundation of happiness. That has taught me, that is one of the things that I've learned while being in Korea. Who you are, how you were made is beautiful enough. While it sounds like it may contradict the image thing, and it can on some levels, it has, watching so many people alter themselves physically and visually, just to feel more accepted, just to feel more beautiful, just to feel like you can now be okay. It's kind of, it led me to see that, you know, there are wonderful qualities in everybody. And while there may not be some things aesthetically that you don't like, that is who you are. So either you're going to upplay it and work with it and make it work for you and accept it, or you're going to go out and seek change to it, which doesn't necessarily speak to a high level of self-worth or self-esteem. So I just learned that accepting your flaws and all is an important factor of accepting yourself and projecting that energy into the world. One thing about Korea I definitely now know is that the personalities of the natives of this country will definitely differ depending on which region you are in. So a random person in Donghae, Gangwon-do is not going to be the same and will not have the same personality as somebody in Jeonju, okay? And I know that kind of sounds like duh, because somebody in California is not going to have the same, you know, attitude as somebody in New York. But being not from a place and actually witnessing it for a year here, a year there, it solidified it for me, okay? So the personalities in the different regions of Korea will differ. Also learned that a smile, a simple smile, is a universal language. And no matter where you go, no matter the people that you meet, a smile can say a whole lot, even if you don't know the language, even if you don't share the language. So just a quick smile can mean the difference between opening up and being willing to try to communicate and not. And that goes on both hands. And if foreigners are watching this, then that also goes for foreigners, but it also goes for Koreans too, because it's been many a time where I give a smirk or a smile and I don't get anything back. Okay, so like I said, a smile is universal. It's not just for people visiting a country. It's universal. It doesn't matter who you are. If you really learn who you are to the core when you take long-term trips. When you move somewhere where you can't even understand a conversation that's going on, or you are isolated just because you're not a part of the culture, you don't understand the language, you can't communicate fluently, you will learn yourself on levels that you would not have been able to if you stayed in your comfort zone, because it pushes you to see what you're capable of. It pushes you to see how you can interact in like really stressful situations, challenges, and it just teaches you who you are as a person. And that's something that I really value, because now I'm operating on a very different level than I was before. And really, you learn who your real friends are. Being so far away, and time differences, trying to schedule a Skype, trying to schedule a phone call, only having emails really, and Kakao apps and WhatsApps, you really learn who is your true friend. And especially if you're not on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, so nobody has any way of catching up with me unless they reach out, or I reach out and we keep in contact like that. Otherwise, you don't know. And if I'm not in your mind to find out and to hit me up and say, how are you, then it really teaches you about the people that you keep in your sphere and your circle. So that's also a part of the growth, and it also allows you to let it go, because you are so far. It's more challenging to try to schedule a call to see what's going on. So it just releases. It releases a lot. So these are the 8 things that I've learned. Are there any other things that people out there have learned from their trips, from their long-term trips? Expats, teachers, travelers, for whatever reason you went somewhere. Did you learn something from being there that you knew you wouldn't have learned from staying where you're from? This is my video. If you guys like it, please like, share it, subscribe it. Even though I'm not on Facebook, that doesn't mean you can't share it on Facebook. But I hope you enjoyed it, the content. Again, leave comments, do your thing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.